Hello and welcome to episode 33 of Crochet Moments. I'm Helen and this is
Emily,
who has come to help at the start a little bit today. So this is my place where I like to come and talk about all things yarn and knitting, crochet and all of my projects. I apologise for that coughing. Emily is patient zero.
I got cold.
The reason that this video is a week late is because this one brought the lurgy into the house. We've all had colds. And this time last week, so I'm currently filming on Friday the, what day is it? The 19th of November. And so this time last week, so last Friday, I didn't have a voice. So that is why I did not have a video last week. I was very, very poorly last weekend. Almost to the point that I nearly didn't make my yarn show that I bought tickets for. But we did get there, didn't we?
Yay.
We did. And what did you see at the yarn show?
Pigs, chickens, rabbits and guinea pigs.
That's right. So we went to Wool at Junction 13 last weekend. So I'll have some loveliness loveliness to show you very soon on that as well. And I believe that Simon is putting a mini vlog together, so I'll get him to pop that through at the same time as I put all this together over the weekend. So let's start with some more juice. If I keep my throat wet, I might not start coughing. I promise it's not COVID. Anyway, I was really excited to do a video last week because I have some finished objects. Not just one finished object. Not just two finished objects. Or three, or four. I've got 5 finished objects and I've only actually got 2 of them with me to show, which is quite funny. Steady. So, finished objects. Let's start with one of the items that I have with me. So, just a second. Simon has, Simon works from home. Simon is my husband, my long-suffering husband. And he has been trying to avoid using the central heating for, central heating is expensive, so we try not to use it too much. It's also better for the environment if we try not to use it too much. So he asked for some fingerless gloves. So I was looking around, hang on a sec. I was looking around and on Ravelry I found this pattern. So this is the Serdar pattern 5840. So I have actually been using Ravelry quite a lot recently. Can you please stop coughing? Okay, so I have made these gloves and I've made them twice. And so that's 2 of my finished objects. So the one pair that I made was for Catherine, which I don't have with me. I don't know where they are. I presume they are in her coat pocket that she wore to guides, so that's why I don't have that. I do intend on getting around to making some for Emily, and I may also make her one of these cool little hats with the ear flaps to keep her ears warm. So either the rib one or just the stocking stitch one. So I might convert those to knitting around because these were knit flat. I hate seaming things. Who likes sewing things together? So these, are you going to show Daddy's gloves? It's a little bit too close. Okay, so you probably can't see them terribly well because they are dark grey. I cannot remember which is the left and which is the right. These are the men's size, so they are a bit big on me. I think I've got them on the wrong way around. Never mind. So these, there they are. So these are seamed up the side here. So I didn't do too bad a job for the seaming. There they are, there's the seams. And you have to seam up the side of the fingers as well, which I don't think I did too bad a job at. I'll probably be making myself a pair of these as well for cycling. Excuse the sniffling, the joys of having a cold. But I actually quite like these, and these were done in stash yarn. Yes. What is it they say about never working with animals and children? Yeah, so these are stash yarn. These actually comes from my mum's stash. She had, this is the Wendy, oh, I don't think I have a ball band. I'm going to go see if I can find one of my spare balls. Just a second. Oh, so, sorry about that. So here it is. This is Wendy Family Choice DK. And I would hazard a guess that this yarn is probably almost as old as I am. It is 50% Cortel acrylic, 40% Bry nylon, and 10% wool. So the wool content gives the yarn a bit of a bite, and it is really nice to work with. I like the colour. It's a very dark grey. This is, it doesn't have a colour name. It's just got these numbers on the side. But as it's a discontinued yarn, it doesn't really make much difference, does it? So, but yeah, so I used most of a 50-gram ball. So these are 50-gram balls. So I've got another 100 grams of this. So I don't know whether or not to make Simon a hat. That's a possibility. It's a possibility. But yeah, so this is actually a very simple pattern to follow. The Serdar patterns usually are, to be honest. I've got a number of them in my stash, most of them from my mum's pattern collection. But yeah, so, and this comes in kids and adult sizes. So the pair that I made for Catherine, I did in the ladies size because I measured her hands and there wasn't much difference between the size below the adult ladies to the ladies. So I thought, might as well make the ladies and go from there. So those are my first two finished objects. My third finished object is Emily's rainbow socks. And she's worn them. They are still in the laundry baskets. She wore them to the wool show on Sunday. And the wool show had a children's farm attached, so they, with lots of playthings. So they're running around in their socks, and the socks got dirty, quite dirty. So they are still waiting to be washed. So Simon tends to wait, because he's at home almost all the time, working from home. He very kindly does most, if not all, of the laundry, which is always good because it's not that much bother to be putting in a load of laundry while he's already here. So he's a great help for that. But because it's wool, it needs to go through a certain cycle. He doesn't like just to put one pair of socks through. He waits until he's got a few things. So once there are a few things ready to go, they'll get washed. So once they do, I shall try and remember to get a photograph of them and pop that on my Instagram feed, which is at Crochet Moments. So if you do at any point want to look at a pattern for anything I show, I should probably have said this at the start. I do try to link everything below in the description box. So underneath the video, if you just press like the little down V arrow type thing, and that will bring out the description box. Also, all the ways you can contact me are there. So my email, my Instagram, and my Ravelry. Although, other than just buying patterns, I haven't been on Ravelry massively recently, and I don't keep up project pages and stuff. So this my next finished object is my All the Blues shawl in purples. So here it is. It's humongous. It is beautiful. I love wearing this. I have worn the life out the death. I've worn this to death. I love it so much. It's so big and comfortable and warm. Even though it's cotton, it's very, very warm. And I just love it so much. And I have found that this border, which is just chains, this hasn't been blocked. I don't really feel it needs much blocking, but these chains at the edge, they are great for just fiddling as I walk around, which is what I tend to do. So I'll just walk around and I'll find myself putting my fingers through the loops and just fiddling. And I didn't realise that I was a fiddler, but I am. But I love this shawl. It got quite a few compliments at Wool at Junction 30. And the yarn I used for this was the Hobbycraft cotton blend. So it's a 50-50 cotton acrylic blend. And I used close to 600 grams of yarn in this shawl. So I did the white until I didn't have enough white to finish a row. And I did the same with the lilac. And the purple, I probably stopped a little early. I think I could have got another couple of rows out, but I wanted to end on this full row rather than the row with the holes. And I didn't think I had enough to do 2 rows and the edging. So I stopped it there. So I do have, I think, I've probably got about 30-40 grams of the purple left that I could use in a small project. I don't know. Oh, excuse me. There might be a bit of that today. I'm still suffering with my cold. I'm going to leave this on for a little bit. And my other finished object is my boho blanket. I finally finished my boho blanket. So those of you who are new to my channel, I hosted a blanket make-along back in the summer, which is a weird time of year really to, in hindsight, to do a blanket make-along. Not many people want to work on blankets. So a very good friend of my channel, Angela, had suggested that she wanted to make the boho blanket, and I had a look at the pattern. I thought, wow, I like that, so I'd like to make that too. Shall we make it together? And then I had the brainwave, let's invite lots of people. I say lots, there aren't lots of people who watch my channel, but let's open this up. And I had a couple of prizes and an Instagram hashtag, which was Crochet Moments Bow. And for those of you who are interested, I might do it again next year. We'll see. or I might do some sort of make-along next year as well, because I love make-alongs. I love taking part in them, and just the idea of hosting them is also great. But now, I don't have this with me because I have already gifted it. But my friend sent me a message with it in pride of place on her bed. So there it is. And that also comes with many, many messages of thanks since I gave it to her this morning when we went for coffee. But she really enjoys that blanket. Lots of heart eye emojis. Excuse me. Oh, this is why I didn't bother with makeup today. Oh. But I couldn't leave it another week. I probably would have been fine next Friday. So that's gloves, socks, shawl, boho. Yes, that's my 5. My 5 finishes. 5! I'm really happy to have 5 things done, and I haven't started anything new. No, correction. I've started one thing new, but that is because it's my out and about project, which, yes, I know where it is. I just thought, oh, I had that out today. Where did I put it? So I did start something new. Just one new start. So my whip wheels are starting to look a bit bare. I'm down to 3 entries on my crochet wheel, I think. Yes, 3. So on my crochet wheel. Yes, let me explain myself if you don't know. I use a decision wheel to help me decide which projects to work on, because I love all my projects. And so I've got on my crochet wheel I have my crochet along, so that is the Faith crochet along, which hasn't been spun for a little while. It's been neglected. So my other crochet along that I take part in is not on the wheel. That's my Enigma Cal, which is the Crochet Now. I tend to try and do that as I get the magazine. I haven't started this next part yet. I've just had the magazine this week. I will be working on that next week. I'm on a knitting week at the moment. So my Portobello Road shawl, which I haven't worked on for a little while. I'm quite looking forward to getting on with that. And my ongoing amigurumi project, which is still a work in progress. I'm working from the Edwards Imaginarium at the moment. Again, that's another decision wheel, so I decide which of my pattern books, because I have a few amigurumi pattern books now, so I decide which one I want to work from and go from there. So that's all of my crochet whips. And do I have a crochet whip to show today? No, I don't, because most of my crochet time has been taken up with feeling unwell. The last week and a half I have done minimum knitting and crochet. So what the work you are seeing today is mostly done, would have been shown in last week's episode, because I just haven't had the energy. I've been going to sleep at ridiculous times, like 8 o'clock in the evening, and I normally go to bed around 10:30. So yeah, I'm gonna try not to ramble on too much, but I haven't been here for ages, so I missed you guys. So whips. Let's go with the one that's also a half finished object. So I'm just going to gather those up, because I've just realised a couple of them are the other side of the living room, and I'll be right back. So I've got my projects together. So let's start with my half finished object. I must take the tag off this. I keep forgetting to take the tag off my sock blocker. That's better. I've finished one of my knit along socks. So I am taking part in the Knit Now knit along. I'm massively behind. because my Corallium socks took forever. Oh no, I've got the fabric caught in the zip. That's better. So this project, my knit along project, is living in my bag from Soffity, all the way from Australia. Catherine still hasn't managed to steal it, which is quite good. Excuse me. The little kangaroo. Sorry, Soffity, that was a really terrible attempt at an Australian accent. So the knit along, it's a season. It's called the 4 Seasons knit along. Each there are 8 patterns, 4 sock patterns and 4 shawl or scarf patterns to go with the yarn pack that they released. I got the yarn pack as a subscription gift because I subscribed to the magazine just in time to get it for free. So I am intending to do most of the patterns, the sock patterns, in the called for yarn, and stash dive for the scarves, although I might go the other way round for the two-tone socks and shawl, because I think the shawl would look nicer in the yarn that I've got. Anyway, these are the Cashmeri socks, and this is a pattern using the Rico Superba Cashmeri Luxury Sock yarn, which is 65% wool, 25% polyamide and 10% cashmere. So here it is. So the idea of this pattern is, because it's designed with this yarn in mind, it's basically just a vanilla sock, but you purl where the colours are. And it's a ribbed heel, which was new to me. I haven't done a ribbed heel before, and there seems to be fewer gusset pickups, but it fits me fine. I tried it on as I went because I couldn't remember how many rows I make my foot from my last pair of socks. So and I think I Kitchenered quite well. My Kitchener looks quite neat. I don't know if you can see it there. Oh, it's not quite showing. But that's one of my neater Kitcheners, actually. So I'm getting better with the Kitchener. When I do Kitchener, I know the process. So it's knit off, purl off, that kind of, I know the pattern that I need to go in, but it's the setup. So I always go to the Tin Can Knits blog for the Kitchener stitch to get the setup right, and then I'm in the rhythm for working it. I'm quite pleased with that. And here is the yarn. So pretty, and it's so soft. That'll be the cashmere that's in there. But I really do like using this, and I wondered where these were. I was looking for these this morning. So in my Joe Piccalilli DPN holder is the start of the second sock. So I knit my socks on DPNs. I have done them on the short circular, but I find, because for myself, for my size, I only need to cast on the 56 stitches. So that's just too tight around for that, for the shorts, 9-inch short circular needle. I can't even say it, let alone use it. Also, the pins are quite small on a short circular, and I struggle to get into a good rhythm using them. Whereas the DPNs, I don't really need to even look at my hands much anymore. I've got into such a good rhythm of using them. I haven't tried Magic Loop yet. Maybe I should. I don't know. DPNs seem to work for me at the moment though, so I might just stick with those for a little while and just see how it goes. Maybe try Magic Loop on something else. that away. Okay, so I alluded to a new start, and that is living in my new project bag. How cute is this? I love this bag. This is a Bellica Yarns bag. It's a tag. And I bought this from Wool at Junction 13. She had a stand and she was stood there using it. It sits on your wrist and it's nice and open so you can sit and knit, and that is what I tend to do now. So I was just knitting away. Now these are just my vanilla socks. So I like to always have some vanilla socks on the go for when I'm out and about. So I've been using stitch markers to count my rows. I am due to put another one in because I put a couple of rows in today when I was meeting my friend. So here is the sock at the moment. Let's turn it around so you can see its beautiful colours. It's just beautiful, beautiful yarn. And this lovely stitch marker that came with it. So this is, let me get it out of the bag. And what have I done with the yarn band? My yarn band has disappeared out of the bag. So this is the Attic Spin Dye Lord Veterinary yarn, which you can't sell it as that anymore. I can't remember the name of it. I will find out and link it below because I love this colour, and Andy's yarns are so nice. They are beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. This is a black with purple, different shades of purple going through. I'm making these for Simon. I've done a 64 stitch cast on. I will just be doing heel flap and gusset, nothing fancy. And the same toe that I'm used to doing as well. These are my don't need to think about what I'm doing project, other than checking my how many rows and stitches and things that I need to do for things like the heel flap and the gusset pickups. Because I haven't quite got that one memorised yet, but everything else is memorised. I always do 15 rows. So for Simon's leg, I'm probably going to do about 60-70 rows. He likes a longish sock. And then it's probably a gazillion rows for his feet, for the foot, because he's got really big feet. So, and I'm using the Knit Pro Symphony DPNs, and they are living in my Piccalilli DPN holder that I got from Bakewell, the wool show at Bakewell. So that's my new start in my new bag. I love this bag so much, and it's got poppers so that you can have it sort of sat on the table to work from, or just closed if you want it over your arm. And I haven't tested it out yet, but apparently the stars and moon is are glow in the dark. And I don't know if you can see them, but they've got these little deers on. They're so pretty. I love them. I love it so much. Oh dear. Oh dear. I might get in my pyjamas as soon as I finish this. Okay, so the last whip I have to show is my Cozy Moments blanket. Now I have added to my blanket balls at Wool at Junction 13. I bought a second bag. So I've now got 2 bags on the go. I'm putting my used balls in here as I use them, and then I just swap them around when I've used all of the minis in here. So these are, oh, those aren't Attic Spin Die. So these are all of the Attic Spin Die blanket balls. I bought, oh, that's not a blanket ball either. That's that is Attic Spin Die though. I can't remember where that mini came from. But yeah, so you get a bag of, how many balls was it? It's about 10 balls, 10 or 11 balls in a bag, and they're all different colours. So we've got, so that's one of the old ones. Look at this one. I love this one so much. I need a skein of that in my life. And then there's this one. There's just beautiful colours, and I'm on a real green kick at the moment because I'm really finding myself drawn to greens when I'm yarn shopping. But yeah, so that was another purchase, so I won't be showing that when I get to my incoming because you've already seen it. And here is my blanket. Let's just do it right side up. So this is it so far. I'm doing it corner to corner, so it's that way. Or is it? Oh no, it's that way. I had hoped, because I spun this to last for a week, I had hoped that I'd get more done, but this cold has really taken it out of me. So maybe now I'm starting to feel a bit better over the weekend. So I've still got Saturday and Sunday to work on this. So I would like to see another few. I'd like to see at least another 3 or 4 squares be on there by the time I finish this on Sunday evening. Trying to keep up with popping the ends in when I've got a full set of 4. So in those corners I managed to do it. I'm molting. So I've got this here still to do. I love this one. This is sparkly. I don't know if you can see the sparkles, but it's so beautiful. I don't know if the sparkles are coming through, but it's so beautiful. They're all beautiful. They are all beautiful yarns. So at the moment that is all Attic Spin Die yarns. I do have a couple of little bits of spare sock yarn from project socks that I've made. So that's the ball it came in. So yes, I'll be working on that this evening. Let's pop that there next to where I sit. So that's all my whips. So that was short and sweet for my whips. Like I said, I've not really had the energy to work on anything else. And I am trying to focus on getting as many of my whips done, because I am starting to feel a little bit overwhelmed by the amount of projects that I have. I have a little space between my side of the sofa and a little shelving unit that we bought for me to keep things tidy. And they're not tidy, and they keep spilling out into the main part of the living room. So I really do need to crack on with getting some things done and out of the way. Especially because in less than 2 weeks now, I'll be doing Vlogmas. And I need to get this room presentable for that, because at the moment it's just not. You are seeing the nicest part of my living room right now. I am looking at a sea of toys and storybooks and project bags. So Oh, excuse me. So, incoming. So, where shall I start with? Let's start with my non-yarn show incoming. So, I've had my magazine subscriptions arrive. So, Knit Now arrived first. Here it is. And it came with a chunky pair of needles, which are very sparkly, and they are up in my room somewhere, but I can't remember where I put them because I was feeling quite sorry for myself when it arrived. And it came with this lovely chunky Christmas knits pattern book, and there's some beautiful things in here. I haven't got my post-its out, so I really like that. Very, very simple, but very effective, chunky, really chunky. And I might use, because this uses the King Cole Big Value Super Chunky Stormy. That would be quite a cheap project to make, because the Big Value stuff isn't terribly expensive. Just trying to remind myself of which other projects it was that oh yes, this one. That's quite nice. That's using the King Cole Explorer Super Chunky. And I haven't really done much in chunky. And I don't know why, because a chunky project would work up ridiculously quickly. So some standout patterns for me in this month's Knit Now is this jumper. I love that jumper. I want to make that jumper so bad. Then we've got the knit along. Now these are the socks that I suspect I will just use yarn stash for. I'm not going to do them odd like that. I'm probably just going to do the cuff, heels and toes in contrast colours, but I will dig I've got some nice grey Drops Fable actually that might look good in. So that's part 7. So part 8 is out next month, and then they'll probably start advertising their next knit along. So I'm going to be rather behind. And then there was this one. Out of projects that I wanted to make. So projects that I liked but probably wouldn't make. Where is it gone? Where's that cushion gone? Page 42 in the magazine is this really cute Christmas night pyjama case. It's so cute. But it's not something I see myself making. I may change my mind. I don't know. So there is a few things in there that will have to go in my bag with all my other Knit Now magazines with the knit along patterns in. So my other crochet magazine is Crochet Now, and the cover pattern is very high on my list of want to make, because that's just gorgeous. And again, I haven't marked any of these pages because I'm that silly. Let's just, so contents page, where's the contents page? So here's a little overview of some of the patterns that are in there. So obviously that jumper, as a little striped jumper, blanket, a robin pillow there, and this, I love this so much. So yes, I shall have to go through with my post-its. I know there weren't a lot of items in here that I wanted to make. I find that I tend to go through stages where they either have lots of things in them that I want to make or not a lot. And then there's this. This will be finding its way to my friend at the yarn shop. She loves peanuts, and she's on a budget, so any of these sorts of patterns I usually pass over to her because she likes them. I'm not a big fan. I think they're cute, but I'm not a big fan. They're not something I want to make, so I'll pass them on to her. And the annual Christmas Crochet Toft book, which again doesn't really have anything that rings my bell. So these will be finding their way to my friend at the yarn shop. I will be keeping the magazine, obviously. Oh, excuse me. Oh dear. So let's my Flower Power Yarn Club subscription arrived, and it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Just look at this. Oh. So this is Orchidine Luxury Yarns. You can subscribe to this club either monthly, 2 monthly or 3 monthly. I do 2 monthly, although I might be cancelling it and moving on to a different club. I don't know because I love getting this every month, and Abby's a very talented dyer, but Andy at Spin Dye is doing a bird of the month, and I really like those colours, and I can't have both. I suppose I could alternate, so the months that I don't get this, I could get Andy's and do it every other month. I don't know. I really don't know, because I'm very familiar with Andy's yarn. I've used it a fair little bit now, and I love his colours, but I love Abby's colours too. If I could buy all of the hand-dyed yarn in the world, I would. I think it's safe to say, really, because it just boggles my mind how dyers get these colours looking so beautiful. I haven't tried dyeing. Maybe I should. But yeah. So this is I'm just ogling the yarn and complaining about not being able to buy more. Not that I need more. This is called Rainy Day Mushroom Pillow, and I love it. And it inspired me to think that I wanted something that kind of colour for my Advent shawl. So I have bought the Painting Honeycombs pattern from Stephen West, and that is going to be my Advent project with all my Advents, which I did not bring down. My Advent arrived that I bought from Yarn for the Soul, and I can't wait. Like 1st of December, I've already been having a bit of a squish of the bags. I'm just like, oh, I'm so excited. But yes, so that's that. Have I got anything else? Oh yes, did I? Can't remember if I showed it last time, but I got a credit with PayPal for re-signing up with them, because Ravelry mostly just take PayPal payments for their patterns. So I thought, well, I might as well sign back up with them. There's a few patterns that I've seen recently that I might buy. So I thought, okay. And they sent me a welcome back voucher of £5. So I put that towards... Where did I put my phone? Oh, there it is. The slip extravaganza pattern. I have wanted to do this since this was 2020's make along, since I saw various of the YouTubers that I watch making this project. Come on, open up. And it's really, really pretty, and I've been letting myself feel brave enough to have a go. So for those of you not familiar with the slip extravaganza, there it is. How pretty is that? How beautiful is that? I can't wait to start that, but I have other things I want to make first. So we'll see. So I just need to get on to showing you what I got at the yarn show. So first of all, I will insert the little vlog that Simon has put together of my visit. So I'll put that here and I'll see you in a minute. Move back. I make myself a bit more central. I hope you enjoyed that. I certainly enjoyed going, even though I was feeling really poorly. How I managed to get through the day, I don't know, but I did. But yeah, so that was great. It was fantastic meeting Andy and Angela on their stall, and supporting them with spending a good amount of money there. I was always going to end up spending most of my money there anyway, because I've been eyeing up so many of his colourways on his Instagram feed that it was like, you might as well just take my money. Here is my money. Just here, take it. So yeah, it's always nice to put a face to a yarn, basically. So Knit Me Sane was there. I've bought from them in the past and really enjoy their yarn. Who else was there that I bought from? Oh, Dinah's Home of Crafts was there. So it was great to meet the very talented lady that does that mini skin subscription that I sign up to. And I did buy from her as well. Who else did I see? There was someone else there that I've bought from and I can't remember their name. Just everything is still a bit of a fog, really, for that trip, because most of this cold has been in the head. So Rosie's Moments was there, and she had these, which I was like, oh, that looks good. £13. I mean, £13 just for a skein of yarn is a blooming good price. And these are great. So I knew it would just be an end of line type skein of yarn. I wasn't expecting anything too fancy, but the colourway is amazing in here. So this was the bag that just kept on giving. There are a couple of things that have been taken out that aren't in here anymore. So there was a bag of tulip bulbs. That's not in there anymore. And a little coffee sachet, which I gave to Simon because it wasn't decaf. Coffee, it has to be decaf for me. So there was this pretty cool Christmas mug. Oh! The power's just died on one of my spotlights. So I've gone into darkness all of a sudden. There is this rosewater and geranium scented bath soap. So that's that. There was a little notebook. A Emma Ball note card, which is really lovely. A little Yankee Candle homemade herb lemonade. A couple of pens, a red one and a blue one. Some, is it called washi tape? Where it's got some little pink flowers on it. A Max and More lip balm. I told you, this is just the gift that keeps on giving. A Nivea hand cream with aloe vera. We've got a mini, a 20-gram mini. There's no colour name on that, but it's really nice. Of course, it's not showing the colour as lovely because I'm half a life out. And, oh, let's show you there's two little things in there. So there's this lovely little stitch marker attached to the yarn. And then this yarn is called Stormy Sunset. And I love this colour so much. This very moody, it's very, oh, I love it so much. I have no idea what that's going to become. Oh, I've started to unravel the hank there a little bit, but I love that a lot. And also, right at the bottom of the bag, there are two of these little leather handmade with love tags. So they could go on a scarf or something like that, or a hat. So I've often looked at these and wondered about whether or not I could make use of them. So I have some now, so I'll give them a try. So that is everything that I got in that mystery bag. That was quite a good bag to pick up. I let Catherine choose which bag. Let's put everything in there. So the yarn can go away properly later. And so at Dinah's Home of Crafts store, I follow her on Instagram and Facebook, and she had recently shared that she had a new pattern release out. It was available as a kit. Let's get the pattern sheets out. So here is the pattern. You probably see it a little bit better in that picture. This is a Tumbling Leaves shawl. And there was a sample of this knit up. It was gorgeous. And I loved the look of it to start with. And it's just so beautiful. And it looks like a fairly simple lace pattern. She says, I've I don't have huge amounts of experience with lace. I've done very, very basic lace knitting, but nothing, that's not intricate, but probably nothing as detailed as this. So I'm definitely looking forward to giving that a go. And so I bought it as a kit. So this comes with 2 skeins, which is enough for the shawl. And this is moss green. It's 400 meters, and it is 70% superwash merino, 20% yak, and 10% nylon. Now, as I was at the stall, she said she's opening a shop in Birmingham. So if you are in Birmingham area or are passing through, give her a follow on Instagram or Facebook, whichever one's your social media, and keep an eye out. So that would be good. So she does have some beautiful yarns. Whether or not it's all going to be her hand-dyed yarns, or if she will be having other brands as well, I don't know. But it's definitely somewhere I might like to visit in the future. So what else did I buy? I'm sure that wasn't all I bought, was it? Must have been. So I also bought a couple of little weaving looms, mini, like proper mini, for the girls, because as we were going through, do I still have the leaflet in here? No, I've put it away. So as we were going around, there was a lady with a loom, and she asked Catherine if she wanted to have a go, and Catherine was sat there for a good 5 minutes. She was quite happily weaving away, and she really, really enjoyed it. So I've picked up the leaflets from the stall for us to go to her workshop. So she has a workshop that she does teach weaving, so that might be interesting thing to do. I'm not sure when we'll do it though. It'll probably be after Christmas now. But yeah, so, and I do apologise at how long this is going to end up. I apologise to myself as well. Sorry, future self, for all this editing you're going to have to do. So, what else did I buy? So, I bought 2 skeins of mist from Attic Spin Dye. There it is. Look at that beautiful. This is my background colour for my advent. So I went looking for a colour like that and ended up with a colour like that. I had decided that I was going to go hand-dyed. I'm using hand-dyed yarn for the colours from my advent. So I thought, well, I might as well go hand-dyed. And I saw this on Andy's stall, and I thought that's the perfect colour. That's the perfect colour. I wanted it to be grey or greyish. I didn't want it too dark. So it is the perfect colour. And my last purchase, I've been eyeing this one up for a little while. This is Gingerbread House from Attic Spin Dye. This is one of his Christmas colours. And it's so pretty. I'm also eyeing up one of the other ones. Which one was it? Winter. I can't remember. They're all so beautiful. But he's just released a Bird of the Month, which is a robin, which is beautiful. All of his Christmas colours are gorgeous. So yes, also, if you were hoping to get your hands on any of his Discworld colours, they have just been relabelled as Fantasy World with different names, obviously. So if you were hoping to get some of the colours, So obviously I've had the Magrat Garlic colour, which was a really, really nice colour. So just head on over to his stall and onto his Etsy store and just look at Fantasy World, and all of the colours are there, just renamed. So yeah, so that is everything, and I've been talking for what feels like forever. I don't know how long I've been talking. About an hour. This is going to be at least an hour long. So that's everything. I'm still really dry, even though I've been trying to drink as much as I can while I've been talking. So yeah, that's it. I think instead of going back to my next podcast would normally have been next Friday, next weekend for issuing, but I think I'll just stick to 2 weeks because I won't have that much to show. I don't think I'll have that much to show, so I shall leave it 2 weeks until you see me again, and I will follow on that every 2 weeks. And on the 1st of December, keep an eye out for my Vlogmas. I am doing it again. It will be daily vlogs, so my weekday ones will probably be quite short. I can't do any filming while I'm at work, but I'm definitely trying to think up some fun ideas of things to do at the weekend with Simon and the girls. So if you have any suggestions of things you'd like us to see and do either email me or comment below on this video or the next video, and I'll do my best to satisfy people's requests within reason. I'm not made of money, so nothing too expensive. But yeah, I think I should stop talking now and go and get my pyjamas and do some knitting. That's what I need to do. So I'm going to do that. And yeah, so thank you for coming. If you have lasted this long and are interested in seeing more of me, please like and subscribe. It does help my channel. I'm only a tiny channel. I'm happy to be a tiny channel, but it would be nice to see a few more yarny friends. So until 2 weeks time, I shall see you again soon. Bye.